yet, but come on, if she didn't sign the form, then what, right? So the fact, and it was, I'm sure that it was very well known that you had to turn over all the state documents. And when they asked her to turn over the documents, she's done so now. So she knows that they had belonged to state. She walked off with them. This is like stealing all the White House china when you leave the White House. And then they say, could we have our china back? And so you hand it back to them. That's all this is. Is she a liar? No, maybe she's just a thief. Maybe that, right? Maybe she's just a thief. Well, I'm not calling her a liar. Much. That's Trey Gowdy, who has kind of let me down on this, frankly. He's known about these emails for 6 months. Now, how do you conduct an investigation of something that happened in 2012? How do you conduct an investigation and never have those emails of the Secretary of State? How does that work? Now, if you don't know about the emails, I get it. But it's weird that you don't know that you don't have any emails from Hillary Clinton. So what about emails from Hillary Clinton? No, there were no emails. Really? She sent no emails during the time leading up to the Benghazi attack and afterwards? There were no emails? Really? Nope, I guess so they're incompetent, right? It takes them until 6 months ago to figure out that there were no emails reported. Of course there were emails. It's just frustrating. I want to go back to this thing that we were talking about. I looked up Shakespearean fool. Forgive me for using Wikipedia. Shakespearean fools are usually clever peasants or commoners that use their wits to outdo people of higher social standing. In this sense, they are very similar to the real fools and jesters of the time, but their characteristics are greatly heightened for theatrical effect. They distract and amuse. And the fools of yore, those Shakespearean fools, were there to provide a foil to sort of point out the frailties and the stupidities of the ruling class. But now we have a ruling class that is our fools. They are our jesters. And where does that leave us? It's just an interesting sort of shift in perspective. By the way, it says in Wikipedia they're largely heterogeneous. That's interesting. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for listening. This is the Sam Sorbo Show.
This is the Sam Sorbo Show.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sorbo. Now, you may know me from my recent movie, God's Not Dead, but I want to tell you about a phenomenal book my wife, Sam, co-wrote that is really changing people's lives. It's called The Answer, Proof of God in Heaven. The Answer is an easy-to-read explanation of God's existence in the universe. Like every book has an author, your life also has a creator. Read The Answer, Proof of God in Heaven, to discover an understanding and resilient knowledge of God. The Answer, Proof of God in Heaven, at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Audible.com.
Are you in need of relief? Go to antidoteforall.com. Do you feel stressed, depressed, or have anxiety? Go to antidoteforall.com. Need relief from heartache, fear, or traumatic memories? Antidoteforall.com. Unhealthy life? Are you in pain? Go to antidoteforall.com. Need relief? Then go to antidoteforall.com, because just 7 minutes may save your life.
How healthy are you? Check your own health without a doctor. Save time and money with My Own Health Advisor. It's a do-it-yourself online health checkup to find out your risk of having a heart attack, diabetes, or cancer. Avoid a surprise illness or future medical bills now, before it's too late. Get My Own Health Advisor at 877-HOW-ARE-YOU.
No need for insurance or a long wait for a doctor's visit. You, your family, or employees can now get your own lab tests online to find out if they are normal, borderline, or abnormal. Check your own health health today with My Own Health Advisor for only $29.99.
It helps you choose your lab tests, find your nearest patient lab center, and then explains your lab results online or mobile device. Join millions to save your health, time, and money. Get My Own Health Advisor at 877-HOW-ARE-YOU.
If needed, U.S. licensed nurses and doctors are ready by phone or online 24/7 with pharmacy pickup or a mail order prescription. Call now 877-HOW.
If you're considering putting hardwood, bamboo, or laminate floors in your home, there's only one thing you need: a free Lumber Liquidators catalog. Lumber Liquidators has unbeatable prices and the best selection of high-quality flooring anywhere. Call 800-258-5079 for your free catalog. It's filled with great tips, ideas, and deals on hardwood, bamboo, and laminate floors. We buy direct from the mills, so you get the best quality at incredibly low prices. The Hardwood Floor Hotline is open 24/7 at 800-258-5079 to request your free catalog and see for yourself how we can help you get that gorgeous new floor you've been dreaming of. Hardwood floors add beauty and value to your home, so call 800-258-5079 today and we'll rush you your free catalog. Get the hardwood floor you've always wanted for prices you never thought possible. But you must call now. Call 800-258-5079. That's 800-258-5079. Again, 800-258-5079.
Talk 1470, WWNN Pompano Beach, Boca Raton, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. AM 1470, WNN. Listen live at WWNNradio.com and like us on Facebook. Search AM 1470, WWNN.
Peter Herrick was a 34-year-old carpenter when he joined the Navy Reserve. Peter's wife, Diana.
They were deployed to build schools and bases and to assist the Marines.
When the mortar round hit, I was completely knocked out. I didn't wake up until 6 days later.
Paralyzed veteran, Senior National Service Officer Raymond Bruce.
I saw Pete when he was at his worst. He didn't know if he was going to live to be able to see his daughter graduate from high school.
Raymond knew that I needed help figuring out where do we go from here.
We not only represent the veteran, but we represent the whole family.
11 months we stayed in the hospital down in Tampa.
We advocate, we educate, and we process claims through the VA, and we follow that claim from the beginning to the end.
Without Paralyzed Veterans of America, I really honestly believe I'd still be in the hospital.
You can help our paralyzed veterans. To learn more, visit pva.org, a public service of Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Talk health, talk wealth, talk politics. Talk 1470, WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Taking Care of Business with Freddie Fix-It Santori as they bring the power of AMP2.TV video format to the radio. Today's show will have interviews and concepts that bring you, the public, closer to how real radio and television work hand in hand to bring the best platform to sell your business. Tune in on the WWNNradio.com website or follow AMP on AMP2.TV website to see radio.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's a beautiful Monday and we have a lot of events ahead of us. I am Alexandra Bello and I am so happy to be here. I want to thank Alice November for giving me this opportunity. I was supposed to be here interviewing with her. She had to leave town because she had a couple of things, family emergency that she needed to take care of. So I'm basically going to talk about my events coming up. And I also want you to give me a call if you want at 888-565-1470. And you can tell me about what events you have coming up, because the idea is that we have a lot going on in South Florida, basically summertime for 9 months out of the year. And I think we need to celebrate that. So let's get right down to business. I want to remind you that you can tune into this show on amp2.tv. You can also go to WWNNradio.com, and you can also go to iHeartRadio. I mean, you're going to find the shows everywhere. Everywhere you look, you're going to find the shows. again, I am Alexandra Bello, and let's get right down to business with events and entertainment. I don't know if you guys knew, but Dan Aykroyd is in town. He's actually going to be promoting, as he is an investor in Skull Vodka, he's going to be promoting his vodka, and he's going to be going around different places. I actually got tickets myself with my friend Joseph Johnson. He was the one that told me about it. And I got tickets myself to go and participate in this meet and greet with, I don't know if you remember him from Ghostbusters, but that's always what I have in my mind every time I think about that actors. And like every actor, they also invest into businesses kind of to stay alive, and not much acting anymore, but getting more down to money making. Anyways, after telling you about this event, I also want to invite you to go to a community event called Film Carpet. Film Carpet is an event that came up as an idea of maybe just, as a filmmaker that I started doing. I wanted to show my projects. When you're an independent filmmaker, you basically have to rent the theater, you got to promote yourself, you have to edit, write, shoot everything, and show it out there. And sometimes if you don't pay your actors, you're going to bring them all together into a movie theater so they can watch themselves. And you can have like a little red carpet for them. So the reason I met Freddie Santori was about this show, getting down to business, and the other show from Flor Arriaga that they have on Tuesdays from 5 to 6. And I was talking about my spiritual wedding, but I was also talking about my event, Film Carpet. We have it at this beautiful old church. It's called Cinema Party, so it's actually a movie theater. And basically, we have a red carpet session at the beginning. People get to dress up, they go out, they talk about what's going on for them. If you're an actor and you have a movie coming up, or if you're a producer and there's something that you're promoting, it's a great opportunity for people to come and walk the red carpet, get interviewed, and also network. We have a 2-hour session this April 9th on a Thursday night. We have a 2-hour networking session as well as red carpets, and then we're going to go into the theater. We're going to have a couple of guest speakers, to inspire everyone, and we are going to have 4 short films. We're going to have Every 58 Hours documentary pilot. We are going to have Jim Bratt's webisode pilot. We're going to have Slumber short film. It's a very sweet 12-minute short film. And we're going to have Nothing to Lose short film. I want to give a shout out to every director that took their time and submitted their project. Right now, we are actually planning the next event that is going to happen in July, and we basically have everything that is going to be shown already lined up. Because, there's one thing that I have to say about South Florida is that the filmmakers are definitely putting the hard work. It is not a state that has the best of the conditions when it comes to tax breaks for filmmaking, but the filmmakers, I want to just congratulate everybody, because everybody's doing a great job into trying to seek the venues to promote their film. Which brings me to another topic about, I was recently working at a widescreen film festival that was, it was held at AMC Aventura. I was very grateful for that. And you couldn't believe how many submissions that festival got, because the people wanted to promote themselves. They were not even thinking about prices. They were not thinking about anything else but to show their project, right? Because after you finish a film, you want to show the film, correct? So we basically had over 60 projects showing. We had over 28 awards given to different people, and it was amazing. It was very, very good. I also want to give a shout out to Theater of Vampires. I know I can never make it, but you guys are doing a great job. I mean, I hope that I can make it soon so I can talk about it to the audience and invite more people to participate on that. Also, I was invited recently to Hidden Assets. It's film screening happening on March 27th, and I want to invite you guys as well. And if you guys are not into the film world like I am, but you're more into like museums and things like that. Oh, I have a call. Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, how are you? We have Rachel Galvin on the line. Thank you so much for calling, Rachel. How are you doing?
I am great.
Awesome. Rachel, it's a very talented woman. I am so pleased to work with Rachel in a couple of projects that we are working together. She's actually the Associated Press for Film Carpet. She is a writer. She has her own magazine. Rachel, why don't you tell everybody about yourself?
Okay, well, I've been an actress for, a long time, and also a journalist, so I write for a lot of local publications. But I also have my own magazine, like you mentioned, which is called Independent Streak Magazine. And if people go to www.independentstreakmagazine.com, they can see all of the archived issues. And basically, it's just a way for me to promote the local film industry, but also all over the world. So I have interviews with filmmakers from all over. In fact, Paul Palminteri, the actor, was my cover last issue, and I got to interview him, for example. But I also have local events and film festivals, like the Widescreen Film Festival you mentioned, and also the Palm Beach Film Festival that's coming up. So I have a little bit of everything.
And, besides the magazine, which I completely recommend, you will find this magazine on Facebook. You will find this magazine on your phone if you download the app called Issue, and you can basically just have your digital magazine for free right there, every edition. Beside the magazine that I recommend, what else are you working with, Rachel?
I'm also the host for your show that we're working on together, Artistic Times TV, which is really exciting. And this is a show that we're kind of working on together to promote the local art in the area, which a lot of people don't know about in Broward County. So we've been to a couple different art events, and we're going to continue that. And you can also add to that, Alexandra.
Of course. Rachel, you used to live in LA, didn't you?
I did. I lived in Los Angeles for 3 years. I went out there to be an actor. I just went on a whim, pretty much, after working in Colorado, mostly in theater. And I went out and I lived in a hostel for a while. I really was a struggling actress, and I became a talent manager. I worked at Universal Studios. I did a lot of different things out there before moving here.
Awesome. So. And with because I believe a lot in experience. I think you can learn so much from experience itself. If you throw yourself out there, what can you say about the future for South Florida in events and filmmaking and all that artistic movement that I see rising up pretty fast right now?
Well, there's a lot of passion down here for film. Unfortunately, we don't have film incentives right now, and the whole group of people went up to Tallahassee on March 11th called Rally and Tally, and they talked to some of the legislatures up there, and that's something I wrote about also in the last issue that was happening, because the film incentives are really killing this industry down here, and it's really not good. So if there's any legislators that are listening, I would say vote for them, definitely, because we have a lot of passionate, talented actors here that won't stay in South Florida, and unfortunately they're moving up to Atlanta. I know so many people that have moved up there. It's not good for Florida because they're taking their dollars and they're going elsewhere right now.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for your time, Rachel, and thank you for what you do. I mean, you have a magazine, you write for a newspaper, you're also a host for a web show about art, and on top of that, you have your magazine about independent filmmakers. It's right. A lot. It's like a full facet woman right here. Thank you so much, Rachel. Remember to find Rachel, your websites.
You know what? Right now I'm working on my website, so I would say go to my Facebook site for Independent Streak Magazine. I'm really trying to get more likes on that site because I'm constantly posting last-minute information on film events and also castings and different things in the area specifically, but also, again, around the country, around the world. And it's just Independent Streak Magazine, and it's on Facebook.
Hey, now that you mentioned that, just real quick before you leave, now that you mentioned that Facebook situation, I actually heard that it's not so recommended that you post new, fresh information on your Facebook pages because it's not going to reach a lot of people. It seems like there's an algorithm that has a block on pages where you need to actually boost your post if you wanted to reach your own people. So I was just starting to post everything on my regular Facebook and then sharing it from my post timeline to my pages. That's how I'm gonna do it to reach more people.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I understand that they need to get paid and that we promote our businesses for free on the platform and this and that. But at the same time, I look at my numbers constantly every week, and I see that I always get like 180 views, and I know I have 1,200 likes on one page. I have 2,000 likes on another page. So you know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I'm part of a lot of different pages on Facebook. So when I put out the magazine, I not only put it on the website, which is, again, the www.independentstreakmagazine.com, that website, but I also put it on all these different event pages, like anything associated with film, which is a ton of them on Facebook. And I will promote my stuff in all of them and hope that people see it there too.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, Rachel. Thank you so much. We'll keep talking.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon, honey.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Talking about the Facebook promotion and situations, I actually have affiliated myself. If you're into these artistic events and artistic happenings all over South Florida, there's actually a lot of people that are eager to come out and network with each other and kind of like promote what they're doing and collaborate. Collaboration is very, very important. I actually want to give a little shout out to a couple of Facebook groups that have made possible for people to find each other without having to use Craigslist or the newspaper or having to take forever to gather some people around. You basically go to these groups and you post whatever it is that you're promoting, and it's going to be seen by at least 500 people. I would say 500 because the group might have 5,000 members, but like I said before, if there's a block, it's not going to reach everybody. And there are some people that when they see too many posts from one group, they basically don't even look at it. So you have a little bit of both. But I definitely recommend for people to stop by and sell that script. I mean, it is a secret group, but it's a group that has a lot of information about filmmaking, about events, about music composition, about where to get the things your resources that you need to make things happen. There's another group that I am affiliated with called Fusion Fashion and Art. It's basically mostly for fashion and art, so I recommend it. The Florida Hampton table is by invitation only, but if you are an upcoming actor, even a model, if you are a model or you're a photographer, it's a great place to start. You're gonna meet people that have been filtered to be in there. I mean, you're not gonna meet a scammer because they make sure that the environment stays clean from all of that. I also recommend Florida Independent Filmmakers, industry castings and auditions, of course, but that's more like a regional group. And I recommend also South Florida Filmmakers. And, the other stuff is basically about cameras. There's one group that I was added to recently. It's actually very cool. It's called Celebrities of Facebook. And they actually share with you a couple of celebrities that are on Facebook, because sometimes you're trying to reach a celebrity and you find all these fake people pretending to be them. It's so ridiculous, but you can find this group. I have been part of it for 2 weeks and I recommend it completely. Also, talking about events coming up, continuing on that route, if you are more on the PGA area and you are one of those people that never leave PGA, you hang out at PGA, you work there and you live there, then I completely recommend you to visit this event. It's called Spa After Dark Evening Twilight. It's going to have Timothy Lovelock, violinist, and performing amazing music. By the way, I have listened to it and it's amazing. Maria Salamis was kind enough to invite me, and it's going to happen on Wednesday, March 25th, at 5:30, and it ends at 8:30. You can buy the tickets right there. You don't have to go to a third-party website. It's going to be right on PGA for sale, the tickets. And you can also call the PGA National Resort and Spa if you want to get tickets. They're not expecting a lot of people because it's basically a very exclusive event. And I have been to their events before. They're very, very classy. So if you're looking about, some fashion and music, this is a great event, and it's right on PGA. So you're listening to me because I know you can hear me out there in Jupiter as well. If you are more in the Broward area, well, you can, visit Young at Art Museum. I love working with them. Marie Berlin and Mindy Schrago are very close to my heart. They have done a great job with this Young at Art Museum. It's right on 595 and University. So make sure to follow them on Facebook. They're actually becoming more active on Facebook, and they have all these programs for children, for families. They have a lot of stuff going on a weekly basis sometimes. So if you don't know what to do because you're just sitting at home and you want to do something different, I recommend art festivals are amazing. Gallery exhibitions are amazing, or just basically follow, a museum like Young at Art, and they will keep you busy. They will keep you busy for the whole time. Anyways, talking a little bit about movies, if you are more like we're talking about movies over and over, but these are more like Hollywood movies released on the theaters. So just a reminder that this week you can watch Run All Night. And, with Liam Neeson, every movie that is with that actor, it's so amazing. I remember him from so many movies. The Other Man, I remember also watching him on, not 3 days, but there was another movie that was out last year that was very, it impacted me a lot. I'm actually looking forward for It Follows. It's not going to be like the Lazarus Effect. I know what a lot of people are thinking. If you spend your money to watch the Lazarus Effect and were disappointed, I'm sorry to hear that. We were there together. Actually, It Follows from the trailer looks very, very interesting. So I recommend for you to go watch it. Go spend your $11 on it, or $18, whatever you pay. I don't recommend spending more than $11 because the theater gets packed anyways. They make their money. Also, if you are more into Disney, you can see that there's another Cinderella coming out. And if you are willing to wait a couple of weeks, you can watch Insurgent, which is the second version for Divergent. So if you loved that movie, or maybe you loved the chemistry between the main actors, you can, sit tight and wait for Insurgent. And of course, Get Hard. Of course I'm gonna watch Get Hard. It has Kevin Hart in it, of course, right? If you are more a Christian person, and I am a Christian, I like Christian films a lot. I think they have an amazing message. Do you believe it's going to be out in a couple of weeks? Just go to your IMDb application, and right on the main page, you're going to see what's coming up and what's happening when it comes to movies. Remember that Furious 7 is coming out as well. So if you were one of those people that followed every entire movie, this is number 7. I think this one needs a chance because, Paul Walker was there, right? I also wanted to invite you to an event. I actually got the invitation today. A friend of mine, Dan Dawson, introduced me to this amazing lady, Suzanne Ryder. And she started working with a nonprofit called Points for Love. And it was basically to create funding for cancer survivors, for people that have died as children, and they're ill, they have critical conditions, basically more focused in cancer. There is this event right here happening on Sunday, March 22nd from 5 to 9 p.m. Just go to my Facebook if you want to find out more. I'm going to put all the information on a Facebook post. Alexandra Bello is my Facebook. They are basically featuring For Love, the music video. I was working on it today with her, and it was amazing. It's starring Miriam, a 7-year-old. I'm not going to tell you the last name, for safety purposes. But Miriam is a 7-year-old cancer survivor who is learning how to walk again. That is her challenge, and this music video is very touching. They're going to release it on Facebook, they're going to release it on iTunes, but the main release is going to happen this Sunday. So if you are in the North Miami area, it's just $10. They're asking for donations, not much. And it's right here, North Miami, Florida. Zip code 33162. If you go to my Facebook, you will find more information about that. I want to remind you, just so you don't forget in the middle of the show, that you can listen to us in WNN 1470am.com. Well, you can see me actually on that one. You can listen to me on wwnnradio.com. You can call if you have any events coming up in the Broward area, even in Palm Beach, in North Miami, it doesn't matter. Tri-County area, if you have any events regarding arts, film, or to bring the family together, please give me a call at 888-565-1470, and we will alert the others. All right. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to people that are following on Facebook already. Thank you, Joe Johnson. He was kind enough to share the link, so people just click on the link and listen to the show. Marta Caldera, I am waiting for your call because you said you'd call. And Minnie Marie, thank you so much. We are actually going to be seeing more from Minnie next month. I'm going to bring her over here. She's actually an actress in Davie, and she does impersonations. And it's so amazing to have people like that in your life, because I think those people can bring humor to anything. It was just so shocking, like, to see people doing impersonations all the time. All right. We still have 5 minutes, so anybody that wants to call, don't text me. I know that I see you guys texting me. Maria, I know that you want to call, but you don't have the number, honey. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the events happening in LinkedIn. I don't know, like I said before, about Facebook groups to promote your event. LinkedIn is kind of doing the same thing, and they're actually succeeding a lot because people get to put their whole profile, their whole resume and projects on LinkedIn, and you meet people professionally. I know a lot of people are using Facebook more in a professional way, but if you want to meet like investors and people that will influence other people, I'm talking about leaders, rich people, all that, I definitely recommend LinkedIn. Some of the groups that I am on LinkedIn, because I went to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, are Art Institute graduates. And when you go over there, you're going to find out a lot of what's happening here in South Florida. If there's employers that are hiring people, stuff like that. Very, very interesting. Remember to follow me on Facebook if you want to talk about any events. Continuing with the events happening, we have, let's see what is happening on the next month. All right. So if you are in the Miami area and, like I said before, you consider that networking is very important, I recommend you to go to City Hall. The restaurant is right. You cannot miss City Hall. I mean, it's right there. Entertainment Tuesdays on March 31st. And if you, like I said at the beginning of this show, if you want to support your local arts for just $10, you can show up at Cinema Paradiso in Fort Lauderdale. You can watch 4 local directors put out their art, their work, and, just bring the money in cash. We're expecting donations over there for Film Carpet. And you will also get things back. If you're a VIP, it's only $15. You will get a soft drink. You will get dessert pass. It's going to be like muffins, brownies, and all that. You will get an opportunity to network with celebrities that are going to be attending. And you will get in. For the whole 3 hours, you're going to watch 4 films. You're going to see maybe like 3 or 4 music videos and trailers of upcoming attractions that are leading more to the July event. So remember, Film Carpet, just find us on Facebook if you have a little moment and like our page as well. We don't have a lot of likes yet because we are fairly new. We started last year, but we are expecting your like. It's much appreciated. All right. I want to give a shout out to Joseph Johnson, John Vargas, Gaetano Fasolo, and Andrew Sosa for submitting their films. And I want to invite you to tune in their amazing shows here at 1470 AM. Thank you.
You have been listening to Taking Care of Business, powered by AMP2.TV. You can reach AMP2.TV by calling 866-224-5422 and join the AMP2.TV radio TV network. We give you all the tools you need to have your own show, both on radio and TV, and bring new energy and ideas to the business you're trying to promote. If you want to be a leader in new concepts and make your business #1 in the area, AMP2.TV has the platforms to get you there.